Hi, this is Ali Al-Shami. Today I will be talking about one of the assignments, which is called Cloud AWS Usage for the cs600 class. First, here we're creating a video and we will go through our account, which is have been created by Dr. Bolt for each student. And then we will go to the DoorDash and that the particular account we create our for this class. And if you're going to click on it here, we will see the AWS, which is the Amazon Web Services Academy Learning Lab. And here there is some of the really basic stuff, how to get started, but then we will go to the model and then we could go to the student guide and that one which is going to explain for us the basic stuff and we get started. But we're not going to go and deep in this. We will go to the learning lab. This particular page will help us to connect to the server. So right now, as we can see here, we are the page which is called the Learning Lab, and here we can see like the amount of money that I have, which is $100, which is actually a lot for to start with. But to get, so right now, as we can see here, the AWS is on the red light. That means it's not really active or it's not really connected. If we click on it, they say, yeah, it's not really started. So we have to start the lab first. We will click on this button, but since we got started, like uh, starting the lab, that means we'll start using the AWS services. So but right now, we could really go this and also see also here the WS details. If you guys need the SSH key and all the details about it and blah blah blah. But we will talk about this maybe in a little bit. But right now, we will just wait. And right now, you see the green light, and we just get connected. The next step, we're gonna just click on this one. And right now, this one will guide us to the will guide us to the let's go to the cancel to the cancel home or the management cancel, and that one where we see all our services. So as we can see here for this particular one, this use service I have used before, we could click on this particular one, the services, and then we could go through. You will see all of them, all this. Some of them is really helpful to use, but one of the things we're gonna really work on is something called the EC2, which is the virtual server in the cloud. So people who really want and to work on, training machine learning model, blah blah blah. Really high performance machine. Right now, they don't really need to buy one. I mean, just like you, the Amazon and provide better services. And also one of the things, this is called the Amazon Elastic Computer Cloud. And this is, I just said, it is like would really provide the cloud computer platform for the web services. Yeah. Okay. We will go to this one, and we will go and we will try to create. I already create two. If you can see here, you see the reason. You see some details here. But one of the details here, you could really provide like which server we want to work on. Right now, we are on Virginia. We could change it to Oregon or maybe just stuck with Virginia, but whatever. Also here, you see here the instance that we already have, but you are gonna launch a new one to go through the details and have to do it. First, we will create a new one. Probably I will just call it CS 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 crossing class example. Okay, example maybe one. Okay. Sorry, example one, and then we will go through this. Right now, we will go to the application of OS images. So we now we need to determine which operating system we use. Actually, there's too many, but we prefer to work with Ubuntu. Also here, the architecture, which is going to be like 64 bits. Yeah, this particular like this like basic stuff, and also we will go to the instance type. Probably if you go through this, you have the choice to choose, the performance of your machine, blah, blah, blah. Some of them like for free. then yeah, I think it's probably there is two different options. There's 16 byte, but for now I will just go with the basic one. So I'll probably just this. Yeah. Also, we need to use the keeper, which is actually can we keep a security connection for the instance, which is actually something very important for security staff. I already have created some before, but I will go through creating a new one right now. So I will call this like the key, maybe whatever three, for the video, whatever. And then the keeper type, we could RSSA, and then also the providing key file format, we will choose the PEM, and then we will just go create it. And right now we already have it downloaded on our computer, and we will go for this again later. And then also we will go all of this through all of this like providing the network setting. We already have all the we need here, and then creating security group or existing group. We create a new one. We will choose allowed SSH traffic format, which is the one used, and anywhere we will use like 0000 for the IP, and then also for the configuration storage, we would choose 8 gigabyte and the GP2, which is actually something, I will just use the basic step. I'm not going to go through details in here. Then we're going to launch the instance. And probably after that, we will have it ready. Yes. Okay, here we go. And then view all the instance, we will see, and then we will see, I already have a new one here. Oh, this is the new one I just created. And I think it's also this one, it's ready to use actually. We gotta click on it. We already have this. So right now we have two things. So one of them we could go through this, and why we can really do connection. Let's go back. Okay, and then this particular one, create this. Okay. Stop the instance. Okay, so I think it's probably one of the things that we can do here. It is we already using this pair, and then probably we will go through security tag. Okay, here we go. Right now we could really click on the connecting. So just like we should really wait for a few seconds. Yeah. Right now we could click. So we have two options. One of them is just like taking this example, take the example of the connector. And then probably, okay, one of the things we will go to the terminal and then probably click on this. But before we do this, we already download the key, but we will take it. So we will take that particular one. We would do copy, and then probably we would go to the C, and then use, and then we will just put it here. I think it right now we should be fine. Okay, right now we will click on this and we will click on this. Here we go, and then yes. And here we go. Right now we already did login. Right now we are using our own, like the machine that we already, the instance that we already created. If we go to this, there is nothing actually here to create. Oh, nothing, I mean, exist. Okay, all right. Let's go back to what we were talking about. Right now, if we can see here, we already have the like the server, and then we already what we have done, we have it created a folder, and if we can see here, we already have it created a code. We just added this like a simple code, and by just like looking for this, we can decode code this, and then we click on it, you will see we have it creating like small and very simple concept, very simple uh, code. It's just like about really printing hello world 10 times and put in a folder. And what we're gonna do right now, we're just gonna quit from this one and go back and then just like run it. Python. And then we're just gonna go the code, and then click this one. Then you say, okay, yeah, we should choose the Python 3, and then we will just go to code and then click on this. And when we print it, we see right now we have a folder that we already created called cs600 class example txt, which has like 10 times. And if we could just go through this, the cs blah blah blah, we open it, we see this printed 10 times the hello world. This is actually a very simple concept, just like we use it just like as an example to show how we could create a folder. Right now, the next mission, we need to download that folder to our own machine. All right, and now when we get in our folder, and then we just ls, and then we will see right now we want to download this particular folder, and that's totally fine. We will just say pwd to get the path for that particular one and hash cs600 in class example.txt. We will add it, and then we will open uh, another another window, and that's gonna be, so right now instead of using ssh we will use the scp, and then minus I, and then we will put the key pair, and then after that will be the root and IP, and then it will be the path where is our directory, or where is the file that we want to download. And this is the path that we gonna put to, which is actually is the path for where we are going to download our folder to our machine. Yeah, something like this. Probably after just like printed this. Right now we have this copy. This we have a copy from really this folder to our own directory, which is, I think it's right here. Here we go. And yeah, we have it. And here we go. We have exactly the same folder. Uh, Also, there is different way. So we will just exit this. We don't need it anymore. And also probably this one we don't need anymore. And also there is another way that we could use to to connect to the terminal, which is the just connect. And probably this particular way we will use it, instead of using our terminal blah blah blah, we will use the terminal online on the page, which is actually this one also be helpful. And yeah, it's exactly the same one, but instead of you using your own machine, we'll just use this on the browser. This is actually a really nice and really helpful tools. Also, I think I'm not sure if we should really mention other services, but I would love to mention one of the really good services I really had to try, which is called the developer tool, and then it's called the Cloud9. That's particular one, it's really amazing. So that one can, if you go back, that's one of the services could be helpful for really for writing and running and debugging the code. And I already created project before, um, just by clicking on open the cloud, you will have the opportunity, like like you will have it on your own tab in here, and it's really easy. It's easy to use, and it's really nice. I like it. Okay, yeah, but by just running this, you will have the folder. This is exactly the same code that I have created before, but right now I use it for the Cloud9, and we could just run it and have the results right here. And you could press on it and download it, and that's pretty easy. You already have it here. Yeah.